What's up, guys? So I'm going to show you how to put the foundation into the frame now. We got our frame made here for a deep hive body. I like using the wedge top frames. They seem to work really well with foundation with the wire and the hooks, and that's what I use, so it works really well for me. So what I'm going to do here is take the wedge off. I'm just going to use a screwdriver. It's kind of still attached, so you just take a screwdriver and pop it off here. And you can see that sometimes you have this little ridge in here. I don't know if I can get that on video for you, but a lot of times you can just take your fingers and just push on it, and it just comes right out. So I try to get rid of that, and then you're left with a nice smooth surface here. So wax foundation comes in a box like this usually. It's got this tissue paper between each layer here. So I'm just going to take one out. You can see the wires running through it, and you can see the hooks at the top of it here. So what I do, take my frame here, stand it up, and a lot of these hooks, if they're not bent at a 90 degree, I'll just take them and bend them to a 90 degree. This one's pretty good. So I'll take my wax here. Okay, so I got it in, and you can see how it just sits in there. I don't even have to hold it in place because it's in between the bottom bars, and it's just sitting there on the hooks here. So take this other piece that we popped out earlier, set it in place here. And this is why I like the wax foundation with the hooks, because the hooks are under this wedge top and they hold this wax in place really well. So these frames came with some little bags of nails. I do use the nails to hold that wedge top in, and I'll explain why. Because if you have to replace your wax foundation, I don't use my nail gun because it would be harder to get this bar off. And I usually just put one on each side and possibly one nail in the middle. I use the shortest nails that come with it, and I don't even nail them down all the way flush. You can see I leave the head sticking up. That way if I have to replace it, I can get my hammer or pry bar or whatever under it easily, get it out. Doing this, I've never had an issue with it coming undone. It's always worked really well for me. Like I said, I just do one on each side. Probably don't even have to do one in the middle, but I usually do. And there you have it. Wax foundation with hooks and wires installed.